addicted to success.
Said, little bitch, you can fuck with me if you wanted to. These expensive, these is red bottoms, these is bloody shoes.
What's up? Welcome to your new favorite podcast, The Ain't Shit Show, the home of booze, views, and unpopular opinions. I want to thank y'all for joining us for episode 47.
Quattro Siete.
And next time is French, so I'm studying French on you niggas next time. 48 gonna be in French.
Rosetta Stoning on you hoes. My name is Fresh, and I'm one half of the pod guys, and with me, I have the best man in all of podcast land, my nigga B Hill. Mr.
What up,
B
what
Hill,
up, what
you
up?
heard me.
What's happening? Peace to the population.
Peace to the population. What up,
God,
man? What's poppin'?
Cooling, man. Just cooling. How you feel?
I feel good. You know, I just came from the gym, man. So I normally don't go to the gym on record days. So I ain't gonna lie. You know what I mean? I'm not one of those people who, you know, people say, you know, when you work out or whatever, you know, on a frequent basis, then you start to get these, I've been consistently working out for about a year now, and that I still don't like it. I do it because I have to.
Cardio it's the cardio. Like, I can't do cardio inside. I got to go outside. Like, I can't walk and do shit on the treadmill and none of that. Ride a bike, stationary. I can't do it. I like to go outside.
Really?
I got to see shit and go through some hills and shit. I can't. I try every time I try to get on the treadmill. I'll be on that bitch for like 5 minutes and just my ADD kick in like a motherfucker.
See, you need to multitask.
Mm-mm.
Like when I'm on the treadmill, like when I be telling you like, yo, I'll watch that shit at the gym or I'll do whatever. Like, cause I don't run on the treadmill. I go as fast as I can without actually going into a run.
Yeah.
Cause I have a fear of flying off that bitch.
Yeah.
So you see the white people with the joke, they be gone. Boom, 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 boom. I be like, brisk walk out this bitch.
Yeah. I can't do the shit. I like, regardless of multitasking, cause then, you know, they got the damn TVs on some of them and then you have your phone. I just can't do it. Like, I like to get outside. I like to go outside. I can do 2-3 miles outside and no problem. You know, it's not necessarily running, but like a brisk walk. I'm cool on that, but shit, fuck, I can't do that shit in no gym. Shit is boring.
I'm outside. I could do outside. But it's the weather. Like the sun just be fucking beaming.
That's why you gotta go in the evening, like around like 6.
It take a lot. Nah, that's true. But then it start to get dark and I'm a female, so I can't be out there just.
Yeah, I mean, wintertime, I understand. I don't know. I just can't. I hate fucking, I don't know. I just hate it.
I like inside for cardio only because, well, I like do walking, hiking and shit like that, but I ain't really an outdoorsy type for real.
That's that DC in you.
Yeah, I ain't really fucking with all that. Like, and then,
grass.
You know, I'm in Atlanta too, so it's cars speeding by and all this shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just a little bit crazy.
You gotta go to one of them parks or something. Like, go to one of them parks with a trail and shit, get busy. Couple, something. I don't know.
Nah, cause 8 times out of 10, I'm working out by myself and I ain't about to walk no trail by myself. That's how you end up on SVU.
I mean, you gotta do it in the daytime. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
SVUs happen in the daytime too. I ain't with that shit. I mean, I will do it. It ain't my preference though. Hey, yo, I think it's so funny speaking of hiking. You know what I'm saying? We talked about, I think we talked about it on the show. I don't know if we talked about it off camera or on camera, but, it's just funny to me that white people plan vacations to work out.
Yeah, that's funny you say that because I was listening to, I went to see fucking Molly from Insecure and shit. And, her opening dude they was both Nigerian. Of course, she Nigerian. And one of his jokes was like, Africans don't like go hike and shit. They fucking, I can't recount the fucking thing, but it was funny as hell that you said that because like, she was like, white people do shit for fun. Like hike.
They do. Like, my boss was like, yeah, this weekend I'm going to visit my son and they have a hike plan for us and I'm so excited. And every time they go somewhere, a hike is always mentioned. I'm like, what are they doing this hike? And then I got a homegirl that married this white guy and they hiked for 107 miles for their honeymoon.
Divorce.
I was like, yo, I said, so tell me about that. Wasn't y'all too tired to honeymoon? Right, you know what I mean? The shit you supposed to be doing on honeymoon.
Consummate the marriage.
And it's funny because, she African too. And she with this white guy. And, she was like, oh, I just like to push myself. And I like that type of thing. I was like, oh yeah, you with the right one then. Cause Tyrone ain't about to do that on his honeymoon.
Yeah, she got that African spirit. She wanna goddamn do cross country shit. I don't know. That shit is, I'm
107 cool. miles, bro.
I'm cool on hiking, man. White folks love to hike. My neighbor, he black and his wife white and they be going hiking and shit. Like, yeah, boy, we went and got to it. I'm like, oh, okay, awesome.
It's just foreign to me. Like, I don't get it. Was, back to what you said about going to see Molly, from Insecure, Yvonne Orji. Was she funny? Was her stand-up funny?
She was cool. I mean, she was out of like 10, she was maybe like a 6.5, 7. I don't know. It was just really? Like the whole.
You want to go back?
Nah, I'm cool on to go back. I definitely want to go back. I would go see Big Girl from Insecure though. I don't know what. Kelly is funny as shit. I know she got to be funny in person, but she's stupid as fuck on the show.
Kelly is funny as shit. You seen that most recent episode?
Man, that shit was one of the best episodes of fucking TV I've ever seen. That shit was funny as fuck, man. That shit was funny as shit.
That shit was funny.
That shit was hilarious.
That shit was funny. I was surprised that, they did the Molly and shit though.
Oh, them niggas got stupid high.
Yeah, like I was like, oh, like, so what's the takeaway here? Like, is drugs cool? Is drugs not cool? Because they little hangover the next day wasn't enough to deter somebody.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's how it be though. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers was eating edibles and shit and Mollies and shit. I personally never did no fucking Molly, but
yeah, me fun. Either. I don't do man-made drugs. Yeah. I can't do nothing I can't undo. Like, I can't, sure. Like, if I'm drunk, there are ways to make yourself sober. If you're high, there are ways to make yourself not high. Like, you might have to do a lot, but you can make yourself unhigh. We talking about weed, edibles, whatever. Like, you can kind of find a way to get your bearings. Like, on the man-made drugs, you just gotta wait that shit out. And I don't feel comfortable with that.
Speaking of fucking drugs, Saturday, like, so now in North Carolina, CBD oil is available and it's legal. So like, I guess it was some big push, some congressional push and laws were written because this little white girl, she was having incredibly bad seizures. And the only thing that would help, like, they gave her all the medicines in the world and them shits would not, like, she was having like seizures, like, fall out, almost die. But these shits were like every day. And the only thing that was helped save her, was weed. Like, so she, like, their parents did like a whole, spent all their money and did all that. We're going to move to Denver and shit. Cause that was the only thing, like the CBD oil was the only thing that would like help, would not have her to be, have seizures and shit. So I was like, damn. So apparently they took it to the legislation they passed for the CBD cause they saw the medicinal purposes of it. So long story short, they got one in Raleigh, like off Glenwood and shit. And it's called Hemp Pharmacy with the F instead of a PH. And I went in that motherfucker and the shit is set up like a dispensary. Like, shit was amazing because I've never personally been to a dispensary. I ain't been to Colorado or LA and none of that shit. So the shit was, while it wasn't a true to life dispensary, they still had like bud and shit. And it was, the THC was extracted. Certain things had THC in them. Cause I think the legal limit in North Carolina is like 0.03 for it to be sold. But the shit was crazy.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, that shit.
I don't even know what that is. Is that like a small amount?
Yeah, it's very small. Like, cause you gotta think like loud and shit be having like 25% shit like that. THC. That's what gets you high. The CBD.
They say the CBD don't even get you high, right?
It give you a buzz though. Like when you ingest it, you can feel it. Like if you ingest it, you can feel it. Like they got gummies and all type of shit, and they got like hemp butters. But nah, I mean it's like a soothing thing. You know what I mean? Like they take it for people take it for anxiety or whatnot and shit. All different type of ailments or whatnot. So I ended up went in there and shit, got me some drops and all type of shit. It was a party. It was cool. It was wild. And I was like, yo, I want to invest in this shit. I'm like, yo, this shit is a gold mine. Cause while I was in there, 10 people just came in there. You know what I'm saying? Like just on some foot traffic, like what's going on in here? And they were like, oh, well, this is hemp, cannabinoid, the CBD, the medicinal properties of marijuana. This is what we do. We're selling them. And then they were like, they just coming in that motherfucker talking and buying mash. I was like, ain't this a fucking bitch?
Just tweeted that yesterday. I was like, yo, I really got to find a way to get into the cannabis industry. Like, I gotta find how to get my foot in the door.
I got the franchise card. They got one in Fayetteville. They got one in Raleigh. They looking for one in Durham. And of course, one in Chapel Hill, like all the part, like the college towns. You know what I mean? Like it's right down the street from State. Is right.
They were just talking about some company was at the fucking stock exchange and they do some shit with, cannabis and all of that. And of course it was a whole bunch of smiling white people.
Oh yeah.
Ringing a bell and the same thing that we get locked up for and get years for, they making millions, but that's just history.
And that's in Canada too. So Canada is legal. Like it's recreationally legal, like at all points. So like their cannabis business is booming. But again, Canada's always light years ahead of the fucking rest of the shit. Like, free healthcare.
Canada and California.
Yeah, but Canada got free healthcare though. You know what I mean? Like that shit is like I seen Jim Carrey the other day. He was on Bill Maher and shit, and he was talking because he got a new show.
Shout out to Jim Carrey.
Yeah, shout out to him. He was basically saying like Canadians are always deemed to be so happy and never upset about anything. He was like, well, it helps when you can go to the doctor and not have to worry about a fucking bill. You know what I'm saying? He was like, it helps when you take care of your people and you show that you love them and you don't have to wait for a rib trans or whatever, like, like a heart transplant or nothing. You can actually go and get that done without breaking your whole fucking bank. He was like, so that helps a lot because our leadership understands and takes care of us. And I was like, damn. So but on the flip side of that free healthcare thing, they have to wait a long time for shit. He said he ain't never had to wait for shit. As
he Jim Carrey, I'm sure he ain't never had to wait for shit. Though.
He talking about he live in America now.
Because that's the things,
like growing up, he said I never had to wait for anything. If I needed to go to the doctor and I had to go to the doctor. Like
I didn't know he was Canadian.
Yeah, he from fucking I want to say Ontario. Don't quote me on that, but yeah, I know that's where he said he just came from, like for his promo, his whatever he doing. But he from Ontario. So yeah.
Well, speaking of drugs on a somber note, I want to say rest in peace to Mac Miller.
Rest in peace, Mac.
Mac Miller died over the weekend. And Mac was only 26 years old, man, and he died of an overdose, cardiac arrest by way of an overdose, man. And
what's up?
It's two stories out. That one that they found him in his home, but Ski Mask, the Slump God, one of y'all New Kid rapper guys, said he died at his concert and he wished that he could have helped them and all this. So I don't know where he passed away from, but we got a lot of celebrities that are overdosing and, whether they're living to tell the story like a Demi Lovato or like a Mac Miller. But, like, for real, like these drugs ain't no joke and it don't make you look cool. And, I have a family member, one of my really close cousins that I grew up with, and, he going with his own struggles. Like I don't even recognize him, you know what I mean? And the things that he doing, like they really mess you up, man. So, I'm just saying.
Oh yeah. Smoke weed, man. Smoke weed.
Yeah. Like
drink a beer or two. Otherwise, just chill. You know what I mean? Rest of that shit ain't about nothing.
All these, if you need to get that high just to have fun, like it might be something else there. So, on this show, we advocate therapy a lot. We advocate that.
Go talk to somebody. Call anybody, man. Call somebody. That shit ain't, drugs ain't no joke, man. I'm telling you.
Like, figure out your triggers, man. Like, figure out your triggers and what, what pushes you to do those types of things. Cause I'm seeing a lot of people take L's, famous and not famous, like in personal life, like people taking L's, due to these drugs or whatever.
Right.
So, rest in peace, Mac Miller.
Mac.
And his family.
Right.
today is, so we're recording a day late and it's the 12th, but yesterday was 9/11.
Rest in peace to all the fallen people. I used to work for a company. Sorry, go ahead. Finish what you were going to say.
Go ahead. No. Go ahead.
I remember I worked for a company. This was, I was 18, 19 and maybe 20, but we used to take surveys of people who were affected by 9/11, right? And like we would call them and I don't know, like I forgot what the fuck we were surveying them for, but they would give us their testimony, their accounts of what happened. Like,
that sounds like a lot.
Yeah, boy, that shit was wild. Like that shit, like people be crying and shit and they were like, yo, you can hear bodies falling and hitting the ground. And that shit was a wild day, man. I'll never forget where the fuck I was.
Where were you?
I was at my buddy's house getting high as hell at like 9:30 in the morning, not doing shit with my fucking life. And I was like, and
get up off the couch. Come on now. Go to Everest College. You ain't doing shit.
Yeah,
Let's go.
I was definitely not doing shit. I was just sitting there like probably selling weed, waiting for my phone to ring or waiting for somebody to come pick up some weed or some shit. And all of 18 years old. And my mama was like stressing me to do something, right? She was like, you need to go to the military. And like, I remember seeing them damn planes flying that building and shit. And she had called me and she was like, I was like, you still want me to go to the military? She was like, hell no. She was like, cause it's about to go down. I don't know what.
Yeah, that's real.
You're definitely not going there. We're going to figure something else out. But I remember that shit. I was at my homeboy house, and we were getting high as hell. And my mama called me shortly thereafter. So rest in peace to all those people, the fallen, I guess I won't say soldiers, but soldiers, cause y'all sacrificed your life. No, you're not really.
Yeah, that for the first responders and for the people who were in the buildings, who were in the towers, you know what I'm saying? I remember exactly where I was as well. I remember I was coming out of class. It was like my freshman year or something. And I was in Raleigh at St. Aug or whatever. I remember coming out of class and I just remember niggas running up to me like, yo, dog, they blowing DC up. Like the terrorists is blowing DC up. And I'm like, what? Like, what the fuck y'all talking about? So I go in my dorm room and I'm turning on the news and like, that's when the second plane came into the other tower. You know what I'm saying? So it was just crazy, like to see like
I thought it was
people literally,
like I thought it was a movie.
People holding hands, jumping out of windows.
Niggas.
Like that was, I couldn't imagine being there.
From that high up, my nigga, like you gotta remember, some of the people I was talking to, they said that like some of the people that made it out, they were like, the stairway was fucking crazy. They were like, yo, the stairway to get down, cause nobody could take the elevator, right? So like the stairway to get down was crazy. She was like, yo.
How many floors was that shit?
I don't know. A lot. I can't
It was
remember.
over 100, right?
Yes. But you gotta think. So jumping out the fucking 30th story. Like.
That's because you know you're gonna die. You just don't want to burn up. You know what I mean? You don't want to burn up.
Imagine it was on the 20th floor seeing motherfuckers fall from the 30th and 40th, 5th and like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like people like jumping to their fucking death and like people that lived close by and people that were trying to escape, you could hear dead bodies like boom, hitting the ground. Like that shit was like, damn.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I couldn't, man.
That's traumatic.
That's some crazy shit, Jack. God bless all y'all people that
is traumatic.
Had to deal with that, who lost family members.
Pete Davidson dad died in that,
crazy.
you know what I mean? They be making a joke out of that, but yeah, I mean, but you know, my manager as well said, that she was like, you know, if y'all go to, you know, New York, you know, go to the, memorial or whatever, the memorial site. And I was like, damn, you know what? I've been to, you know, that was 17 years ago. So I was just like, yo, like I've been to New York probably 17 times in 17 years and I haven't been there.
Yeah.
Like I never went. So I want to make sure I put that on my list of to-dos. But if you were impacted, cause I remember, you know, having family and friends and shit that worked in the Pentagon and shit like that. So it was scary. You know what I'm saying? Like, people can't get no reception, you know what I'm saying? You wondering where people at, you know, they like in a tunnel or some shit, you know what I'm saying? So it was just a crazy time. So if you too young to remember that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if we got any young people that listen to this show, but if you too young to remember that, you 20 or 25 or something like that, you don't remember, man, look that up.
That shit was a wild day, man. That shit like a modern day fucking movie. Like, that's my word. When I seen this shit, I was like, yo, that shit, what the fuck movie is this? Like, these niggas tripping. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that shit look real as hell. Man, like,
there's another plane. It's going into the building. I thought it was a rewind.
Yeah, like the first joint. Crazy, man. I was high as hell in that motherfucker stone.
Like, no, I would have probably been tripping out if I was. I wasn't even into that back then, but I definitely would have been tripping out.
Yeah,
like I definitely would have been tripping out. Man, like,
that shit was crazy, man. Like, it's been like some pivotal points in my life that I remember. Like, I remember when OJ got off. Like,
I remember that.
They showed that in school. I was in school, and I remember the chase. They showed that shit in school, and then they also showed when the verdict came out.
You remember Rodney King?
A little bit, like, cause that shit happened in 91.
That was the that was the year before OJ. That was the precursor to OJ.
Nah, I won't.
It was before OJ, because that's why they're saying that OJ got off.
It was like 89 though, right? Cause OJ
it was 90s. It was the 90s.
I think if it was like 90, cause OJ shit was, I was in 7th grade. Like, I remember that. No, the verdict was in 7th grade. I can't remember. The chase was probably when I was in 6th grade, I think.
Let me see. Rodney King.
I was like 12 or 13.
Beating was, let's see if it give us a date.
I think it's like 1989.
Let's see.
I'm like 6.
Nah, it was 1992.
Oh, wow.
I knew that shit. Yeah. I knew it because it was right before OJ, the year before OJ, because you remember they fucking rioted and they burnt everything up. So they didn't want the same shit to happen, which was a contributor to why OJ got off, I feel like.
But that shit, yeah. Cause the trial took like a year. He was in jail for a minute, right? I can't remember. I'm about to look that up. But anyway, I remember that shit. Yeah. I had a white teacher, and boy, that motherfucker, you would have thought, goddamn, Jesus cracked the sky. She was fucking
yeah.
She was hot.
Black people was lit. Black people was hype. And,
and I went to an all-white school damn near, so it was like, I don't even know if it was no black. I think it was like a couple black kids in our class and shit, and I remember us looking at each other. It was, my homeboy Charlie and shit. I don't know where the fuck Charlie at. And, cause he was black.
What the fuck with Charlie?
It won't, but like, cause I went to East Carey, so that shit was a handful of niggas, you know what I'm saying? It was the niggas from the projects. They bust in and a few sprinkled that lived in, you know what I mean? West Raleigh, Cary type shit. And, that shit was wild. I remember that shit. That shit was crazy.
That shit was wild. Rail, I wanted to ask you about that. Did you get a chance to watch
that? Yeah, I did. It was cool.
How you just thought it was cool? I
DC
liked
was the funniest part.
I liked it, but caveat, it took me a while to get into it, right? I'm like, I don't know. But then I think of it in the vein of like Martin. Like, that's the way it's shot to me, where some of the stuff that happened is kind of over the top. Like, it wouldn't happen for real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, that Loose Boots Monica shit was funny.
That shit was funny.
That Loose Boots Monica.
That shit was funny.
I want to give a shout out to Just Hilarious and DC Young Fly, because I feel like they did their thing in that.
They did a good job.
They did a good job. And I always like people who use Instagram and other platforms to get to where they want to be. You know what I'm saying? And I fuck with it. I would recommend it. Like, once you think of it like in the vein of like Martin, like the style of like a 90s comedy.
Yeah.
I think it's easier to digest and think of it as
that's
funny.
What it made me like think of, and that kind of made it cheesy for me. I'm like, I've seen this before, and it was really good.
And that's what made it work for me, because I thought it was cheesy at first, but then once it started to get into the ongoing joke of the Loose Boots Monica and DC Young Fly coming in frying and like the preacher.
Yeah, it was everything. It was straight Martin.
Yeah, it's definitely like
straight Martin, like
2018 Martin.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
It's cool. It was cool. It wasn't bad, but I mean, I'll watch it.
It wasn't bad.
I'll try to remember.
Yeah, I'll watch it. I'm gonna definitely watch it. I'm gonna definitely DVR it and watch it and support that.
Carmichael was the the executive producer on that shit. So
yeah, I'm still a little bit mad about the Carmichael show going off the air, because that shit was great.
Was hilarious. That nigga was funny as shit.
I feel like he probably should have been the father on Rail, because their mama must be dark as hell.
Yeah.
For Sinbad to be their daddy.
Yeah, he didn't really do it for me. And Sinbad used to be funny as shit. Like, Sinbad had a run. Like, Sinbad was the Kevin Hart of like our fucking childhood. Like 90, 91, 92.
I don't think he ever made it
Man, that
to
nigga
a big level.
That nigga was that nigga. You gotta think Sinbad had mad movies. He had like, I can name about 6.
What movie Sinbad had?
Fucking, the shit with not Dana Carter, with Phil Hartman, when he was the damn, that was my fucking movie, man.
You that nigga, you that mean where they ask the question and the little boy like, motherfucking damn, yeah.
I know it. I'm assuming I'm Sinbad.
Sinbad didn't have mad movies. I mean, he might have had some movies. I just remember when I think of Sinbad, I just think of, Different World. That's all.
Different World. He got damn, man, I'm mad as hell. This shit ain't coming up. It's giving me all these Asian motherfuckers.
And they giving you fucking Sinbad the Pirate.
Yeah, I'm like Sinbad comedian movies.
See, he couldn't have been that big. Or
it's my one movie, man. Sinbad comedy movie.
Well, why B Hill is looking up that and
House Guest. Come on, my nigga, the House Guest was hard.
What's House Guest?
House Guest was hard. All the real niggas know what that.
What was it about?
He was like a guest and shit. At the white people house, it was a whole bunch of white people. He came in up. He killed that shit, man.
Guess who's coming to dinner? Sinbad edition.
First Kid. Come on now. He was in Jingle All the Way.
What the fuck is First Kid?
He was the first kid. He was the security guard for First Kid. You know what I mean? Like for the president.
And then the next movie is called what?
Jingle All the Way. You know what I mean?
And that's when he was jingling all the way.
Yeah.
That's all you gonna say.
The Cherokee Kid. Mad shit that y'all have no idea about.
Hey. Listen,
he had the shit. The
shout
football
out to Sinbad being B Hill.
The football movie fame, was funny. Bro. Come on,
what football movie?
Goddamn, Unnecessary Roughness. That shit was funny. Bumble.
He was in Unnecessary Roughness.
Yeah, he was big as hell. That nigga was funny shit in there. Shout out to Sinbad, man.
I'm gonna take your word for it.
Real nigga Sinbad.
I'm gonna take your word for it. In Brown and Proud, I want to give a shout out to Sinbad for B Hill and the kid in the first kid in the Cherokee. Or whatever that movie.
Cherokee Kid. Get your shit together.
Hey, if y'all know any Sinbad movies, tell us about it, cause only B Hill know in Wikipedia.
Sinbad was a real nigga.
To John Legend. John Legend is one of the youngest and the first African American male to get an EGOT. And for y'all who do not know what an EGOT is, it's winning an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony. And there are only a handful of people who have pulled off this feat. Pulled off this feat. I think the only woman to do it was Whoopi Goldberg. And that's crazy. But if I had to think of who would have it, it definitely wouldn't be John Legend. Like, John Legend low key always popping. Yeah. Unnoticeably popping.
You gotta moan, you gotta sing like a goat. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta sing like that in order for motherfuckers to get.
Hey, that was accurate.
That's how they do, bro. Like, that nigga be like, save room for my love. Get the fuck out of here, John Legend. It should be hard, though.
Hey, my favorite John Legend, I used to think John Legend music was boring, like Ordinary People and shit like that. Like, it was just fire, boring to me. But my favorite John Legend song is Green Light.
Oh, that shit is amazing. I heard that shit like last week. That shit, I got that shit on my phone. That shit came on random. I was in that bitch.
Give me the green light. I was like, yes, like, that's how I feel about like Alicia Keys. Like, these niggas who be playing this piano be boring the fuck out of me. Like, Alicia Keys, like, be boring me to death.
Like, new Alicia Keys is so
turn
trash.
Up a little bit.
Yeah. I seen her in concert. It's funny you said that. I seen her in concert. And Neil opened up for her. That shit we left. Like, I was in Greensboro. I was like, this shit is garbage. I'm out of here.
We left is funny as shit. Damn, you just did.
Yeah, we just did. I like, man, fuck this shit, man. This shit was trash.
Oh, man. Another Brown and Proud to the black people, who won all these Emmys in the same vein. With John Legend. Yeah. John Legend won his for, Jesus Christ Superstar. I ain't seen that. But Tiffany Haddish and Cat Williams, won Emmys. So like Cat got like a Golden Globe and an Emmy for that role on Atlanta.
That shit was funny as hell. That was the funniest episode of the whole season. Like the very first episode.
That episode was funny. There were Yes. Looking like Cat Williams, but with an alligator.
Looking like this nigga running down that street at the end. Boy, that shit laughed me weak. I ain't lying. That shit was funny.
Oh man. So there were 36 non-white actors that were nominated this year, and that's 20% up from before. So we getting there, you know what I'm saying? Slowly but surely. Shout out to Naomi Osaka, the 20-year-old who beat Serena in a controversial win. But she won nonetheless. She won the US Open, and she is Japanese and Haitian. Yeah. She looks super sad when she won. Like, I
think that's her face a lot too. Like, she's got a wild, sad face. She like Doug Funny a little bit.
Wild, sad. She do look like
Doug Funny. Like, oh, funny face.
Doug Funny. Hey, that's fucked up and true as fuck. Like, she do kind of look like Doug Funny, man.
Patty Mayonnaise. Get the fuck out of here, Patty Mayonnaise looking all sad. You better turn up on fucking Serena. I just bust your ass, Serena. Fuck that shit. I ain't gonna be sad. Man.
She probably, Serena was her hero.
She might have had tears of joy, though. She might have just her face might not be able to move. But she look like Doug Funny.
Botox face. Yeah. Japanese hibachi face.
Look funny. That was That's fucked up. That's racist.
Hey, you dumb as shit. And last but not least, I want to give a shout out to the two Miami Dolphin players who still nailed. Kenny Stills and Albert Wilson, the wide receivers for the Dolphins.
And Kenny Stills came out and had a big ass game. Nigga killed too.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Shout out to them, man.
Yeah.
NFL started, and I don't know, like niggas been hitting me up talking shit. I was like, oh nah, I ain't been watching it. And they like, oh shit. I'm like, nah, I'm out this year. Like I'll talk maybe shit next year with you.
Yeah.
If they get the shit right, but yeah, I can't fuck with it. Yeah. Do you want to get into the little shit out here?
Let's get it.
We got some things to unpack.
Oh,
y'all been wanting to hear us talk about certain things, so we got some things to unpack. Put your cups in the air.
For a true player.
For a true player. What you sipping on?
I am sipping on some vodka from the hills of Russia.
No honey summer ales?
No, man. I wish I did. It's the hurricane finna hit, so I'm off tomorrow, so I'm finna do some last minute, like, hurricane prep and find some honey wheats.
You better go get some honey wheats and put them in your bunker.
Yeah.
So you'll be super good.
Stay safe out there to everybody listening. I know a lot of y'all are in our listening area. If that even makes sense. Our
listening area is the world.
Yeah, I know, but like it's a higher concentration in North, South, and Georgia. So y'all be in Virginia. True. If y'all get the remnants of it, which I don't think because it's turned. But I pray to God y'all are safe and nothing, happens. And at least, and if you're in a bad spot, listen to us and we're going to get you through it.
Yeah, we're going to get you through it. So just, catch up on our pods if you haven't, to keep yourself safe.
It'll protect you.
It'll protect you. Let B Hill sing and protect you from the storm.
Let my voice soothe you as you.
For the quiet storm.
The easy listen.
Give me the green light.
Hey, I'm ready to go right now.
Hey, we need to do a best of duets.
Oh yeah,
that's what we need to do.
I'll do John.
I'll let you be
lead.
I'll let you be lead.
I'll do John Legend and Trey Songz shit. Them niggas sing like animals.
True. I think I could do a Rihanna.
Oh,
she sound like a goat.
Yeah, she do.
I think I could do.
Yeah.
Yeah, little goat in it. I'm drinking some scotch actually because I ran out of Jack and somebody bought me a bottle of scotch from a trip, and so that's what I'm drinking on.
Nigga, like an old white man.
Yeah, you got to drink like money.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I hate scotch.
Like generational wealth.
That shit is weird. All liquor trash is nasty though. Keeping it all the way a band. Like,
nah, I like Jack.
Do you?
Well, I like it with Coke. I don't like taking shots of it, but I love the taste of Jack and Coke.
You ever had honey Jack?
Yeah, I take shots of that. I'll take shots of that. I'll take shots of that, but I can't mix it with anything because it is sweet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's that. So, we're going to get our cups in the air and, we're going to get these bullies the fuck up out of here. So, y'all wanted us to talk about this. We were going to talk about it, but it was just crazy to me that people that, know me in real life hit me like, yo, I can't wait till y'all talk about that Nicki and Cardi fight. And Y'all know that is on the tongue of everybody. So let's get down to it. So for y'all who don't know, there was an attempt at smoke during the New York Fashion Week, the annual Harper's Bazaar Icon Party, late on Friday. And your girl Cardi B tried to attack Miss Onika Mirage, and ultimately ended up doing her signature wrestling move, throwing the bloody shoes. It was a red shoe too.
Yeah, just
throwing it.
Met all the criteria.
Right. She threw that shit at Nicki, and like some shit broke out. The videos that y'all see basically shows no commotion but no real detail. There is a guy, like a white guy in the video that looked like he front and center, and he recording like shit. Everybody like, we need his footage.
Yeah.
Where the hell Dan, who was at the Harper's Bazaar party, Josh, Dan, Chad, we need to see that, because we need to see what Nicki's face looked like when that shoe came coming her way.
Nicki ain't want no smoke.
No smoke. Nicki didn't want no smoke.
I'm staying right here, bitch.
How you gonna poke a bear and then run?
Yeah,
but
like
anyway,
the fuck, man.
So yeah, what y'all see is like Cardi yelling, and she's saying, come on. Like, Cardi really wanted the smoke, like for real. Rumor has it that Nicki, either said some shit about her parenting or her daughter or something like that. But moments later, after the commotion surfaced, that's another thing that I love about the internet, cause shit is instant. Like, we knew about that shit 5 seconds after the shit happened. You can see Cardi being escorted out of the venue in her most lit hip hop quinceañera dress with a big ass knot on her head, right above her eye. Initial report saying Cardi didn't make contact with Nicki, but she ended up fighting Nicki's newest homegirl, Ra Ali. Y'all might know her from Love and Hip Hop.
So I found out that's not true. She actually fought like her security. Or her security.
So later reports state that Nicki, Cardi was accidentally bowled by one of Nicki's security guards, during the melee or whatever.
She was wearing that bitch like a badge of honor. She came out that motherfucker looking like, yeah, she
came out that joint like, and I'll do it again. Like, and it's nothing. My dick. I don't even like you don't want it with a hood chick. Cardi, immediately posted a statement, while Nicki basically just showed herself in the mirror in a FaceTime type shit, like, I'm good, like, I'm still pretty, whatever. But this is what Cardi had to say. Cardi said, I've let a lot of shit slide. I let you diss me. I let you lie on me. I let you attempt to stop my bags, fuck up the way I eat. You threatened other artists in the industry, told them if they work with me, you'll stop fucking with them. Let you talk big shit about me. I addressed you once in person. I've addressed you a second time in person. And every time you cop the plea, I hate those bitches who cop a plea. That was my insert. But then when you mention my child, you choose to like comments about me as a mother, make comments about my abilities to take care of my daughter. All bets are fucking off. I've worked too hard and come too far to let anybody with my success, let anybody fuck with my success. Bitches talk all that shit and they raps, but in real life they pussy. This shit really is for entertainment. And Cardi posted that on her Instagram page. So Nicki, in true Nicki fashion, held on to the shit, because Nicki gonna want to make some money off of it. Nicki gonna want to get some publicity off of it. So she held it to her Queen radio show. And this is what Nicki had to say on her Queen radio show.
You're angry and you're sad, and this is not funny, and this is not about attacking. This is about get this woman some fucking help. This woman is at the best stage in her career, and she's out here throwing bottles and throwing shoes? Who the fuck is gonna give her a fucking intervention? Get the fuck out of here with this bullshit. You niggas don't care until somebody's fucking dead. You niggas want somebody to fucking die until y'all stop. Until y'all stop this bullshit, laughing at this shit. This shit ain't fucking funny. You put your hands on certain people, you gonna die. this shit a joke? I'm not the bitches in a strip club. And I'm not a bitch on a reality show. My money is very fucking long, too. I was mortified. I was in Alexander Vautier gown, okay, off the motherfucking runway, okay, and I could not believe how humiliated it all felt, because we, and I use we loosely, and I'm gonna clarify how we made ourselves look. And I'm gonna get back, but before I go, I want to say that I would never discuss anyone's child. And it's so sad that for someone to pin that on me because I'm the bad guy and they know people would believe them. So let me just go on record having said I would never talk about anyone's child or parenting. I don't care about anyone's parenting. I don't give a shit. And it's so crazy to me that people always need to make Onika the bad guy. If you're right in whatever you're doing, you don't ever have to make someone into the bad guy.
All right, so and Nicki made claims in regards to Cardi not liking black women. She called them roaches. She said Cardi talked about other people's kids, and she also said that Cardi made a career off of sympathy and payola. Meantime, for y'all who don't know what payola is when people pay the DJ to play their music. And it's kind of like illegal, kind of. But meanwhile, while all of this is going on, Tom Ford dropped Cardi lipstick, which sold out within minutes. And Fashion Nova announced the Cardi signature line. What you think about this overall, B? What's your thoughts on that shit? Tell the people what you think about that.
I'm kind of conflicted, right? So like, I'm on the whole keep the same energy vibe. Like, so I'll just say this. For Cardi, you gotta chill. You can't be doing that shit. However, I do understand that you've only been famous for maybe a year and a half, 2 years tops, right? So you've been way more hood than you have been famous, right? And you still with a hood ass nigga. And so, you know what I mean? Like your whole, like you just
fight all the time.
Yeah. Like, so y'all, yeah, exactly. So y'all about the action. But what I'm saying is, like, I can respect that by keeping the same energy. Bitch, get on your nerves. It's on site wherever it is. However, I don't want that shit to slow you up in the grand scheme of things, right? Cause at the same time, it's going to be a stigma associated with you where you may be, you know, I mean, obviously you're going to be labeled for, you know, buck shit, you know what I mean? And you're a lady at the end of the day, right? So like you want to keep that glamour and that glitz with you versus, you know what I mean? Like, and I ain't gonna say it's a time and a place, but it kind of is a time and a place. Like if you'd have seen her in the strip club or seen her somewhere like in the street, yeah, you can try.
Does that mean a black place versus a white place?
Nah, not even. Like just a prestigious place. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a shit about the where exactly. If it was Fashion Week and it was all black spot, but I'm talking about like in the street, or if you see her in the club, or just see her wherever the fuck in goddamn anywhere, you know what I'm saying? But just not necessarily like at a gala where you all dressed up and shit and it's mad, like, you know what I mean? Like it's just more of a esteemed thing, you know what I mean? Versus
upper echelon, like
you know what I mean?
Just
like, you know what I mean? Just catch her, like if you catch her in the streets or some shit or in the mall or something, that's totally different. You know what I mean? But even still.
But where you really gonna catch her in the street at though?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like they not, well, Cardi might be, but Nicki ain't in those streets.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Good
like,
point. But I guess my point is, I don't want it to fuck her. Like, I fuck with Cardi. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with Cardi for a lot of the reasons that I fuck with Nicki initially. You know what I'm saying? Cause she had that like street element to her. Like kind of, she was nice enough to like rap good enough to make me like her and shit. And then obviously the persona. So you fall in love with that part. But at the same time, like you want to see her grow, right? So you don't want to see her like be stagnant and then like had that stigma all early on. Like that when she get 35, 36, she be like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I should have did this X, Y, and Z cause it'll fuck my bag up this way. Cause you got a lot of people riding with you. You know what I'm saying? You got Yahoos and Amazons and all that shit. So like, I want you to keep that momentum. You know what I mean? And I don't want this shit to be like a blemish. You know what I mean? I mean, but again, emotions and shit, she might have been high. She might have just been on that shit. Like bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'll fuck you up. You've been doing all that crazy shit. Now it's like, cause she's still, like I said, she been way more hood than she hasn't been. You know what I'm saying? She been on like the bitch of blood and shit. So she bout that action. She talk about it in her rap. Action. So it's kind of hard to turn that shit off.
I ran up on that bitch twice.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, so you gotta, I don't know. I guess I just want her to slow down. I don't want her to fuck up her like longevity. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I understand it. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I kind of like, I said this on, cause Nicki been a topic for like the past 2-3 weeks since her album dropped, and she just been making sure that she has been a topic every week, to make sure that she is promoting, and obviously she's selling more albums, and this Queen Radio shit is doing well. But you know, like I said on the previous show, I feel like Cardi is tired of Nicki shit. You know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna keep, like, I get it, like, time and place, but then I don't, because ain't no perfect time for war. You know what I'm saying? Agree. Like, eventually, you know what I'm saying? Like, we gonna see each other. You know what I'm saying? And when we see each other, you need to keep that same energy, only because you are going so hard in the public, coming for me. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like no whisper shit behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Where,
like, I'm a part of your rollout.
Yeah, like, exactly. So, like, I get it. Like, I get it. Cause you just don't know when your blood gonna boil. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. Of course, I do wish that it may have been a little bit different, but I do wish that since it all went down, I wish that Cardi would have connected.
Hell yeah.
Like, I feel like Nicki just need like a quick boop, boop, boop up against the chin. You know what I'm saying? Like,
she definitely need to, like, somebody
need to be
rock
humble.
that chin.
Yeah,
she corny, man. Like, she be doing mad corny shit, yo. Like,
but I feel like she's devolving. Like, is that a word? Devolving? She going backwards. She's not evolving.
Yeah, she's not.
She's not going forward. You know what I mean? Like, she's going backwards in her evolution. You know what I'm saying? Like, Nicki is what Lil' Kim was when Nicki came out. Lil' Kim was bitter.
Yeah.
Lil' Kim was upset because Nicki was the 25-year-old and Lil' Kim was the 35-year-old. Right. And now Cardi is the 25-year-old and Nicki is the 35-year-old. And the industry is making you believe that it can only be one. Cardi came out. She done sold more records than you. Cardi sold like 255,000 first out the gate.
Yeah, she had like
Nicki only sold one song.
I just seen her post.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
She got the third highest selling hip hop album of the year.
Yeah, exactly. So
Nicki
is upset and Nicki is bitter and she keep baiting her. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's different if we don't like each other. We can just avoid each other. But you're not going to just keep coming at me, poking me over and over again, and then expecting no smoke to happen. And especially because we know for a fact that Cardi is a street bitch and Nicki is not.
Right.
Nicki is not. Nicki from Queens, but Nicki ain't about that smoke. And Nicki was, how many fights probably Nicki used to get in? Like, Cardi, and I feel like Cardi is going through a lot, right?
Cardi got that stripper mentality too, though. You know, stripper bitches be about that action too. You know what I mean? Like, she a stripper. Like, she was stripping more than she was rapping. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's been a stripper.
And she a gang member. You know what I mean? Like, she bout that shit. You know what I'm saying?
She got all the stripes.
It's just like, right. Like, it's like, what did you expect to happen? Now, I've heard other people say this and I agree. I like when my rappers act the way that they say that they act, to a point.
Yeah.
I don't condone violence. I don't, you know, if this was some men, first of all, I want to give a shout out to Cardi for coming with them hands, because a lot of men want to come with the guns and shoot each other. Ain't nothing wrong with some fisticuffs. We walk away. You know what I mean? We walk away, we live. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm just like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you need that. But I feel like Cardi is going through some things right now, right? So we take it she's young, first of all. She just got rich and famous. And she's a new mother. So I'm sure that come with some stresses and some shit like
she's
that.
Still
and
in postpartum.
Right, exactly. And then, you know, it don't help that her nigga is allegedly still cheating on her. Her husband is cheating on her. And she just went down to the strip club the week before and allegedly got into something with these strippers who allegedly was supposed to be sleeping with Offset. One of them was supposed to be sleeping with Offset. So she got a lot of shit going on, and then you just want to keep poking me when I'm minding my fucking business.
Beat your ass.
Cardi don't bring up Nicki.
Right.
Nicki stay bringing up Cardi. You know what I'm saying? I think that's super corny. I love Nicki Minaj, as far as her rapping ability. You know what I'm saying? And I used to really like her as a person, but it's starting to dwindle a little bit. That star is
slowly declining and about to hit Earth and be an asteroid. I can't fuck. I'm not really like, she's super corny to me, man. Like, as of late, like all that shit. Like, I don't even like hearing her voice when she on that Queen Radio shit. Like, it's just so annoying. I'm like, oh, bitch, shut the fuck up. Like, she's the annoying, naggy New York bitch. You know what I mean? Like, that shit is annoying.
It's just so interesting how things and times and people change. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody you thought was dope before, like, you think they corny now.
Once you get to know a motherfucker, like, the mystique of the star is, like, fucked up now. You know what I'm saying?
The mystique of the star
like, back in the day, like, all you had to do was read, you know what I mean? Read some articles and shit and you know what I mean? Or catch them on the radio or something. But, like, now with all this fucking accessibility to them, like, motherfuckers be corny.
They get to expose themselves. They expose themselves and how corny that they were.
Yeah. So,
you know what I'm saying? The icons that we love that maybe still idols. Here or maybe gone, like, we didn't know that much. Yeah, I mean, we didn't know their day to day. We just knew them when they did interviews or when they had a concert or when they released a video. Right. You know what I mean? Like, it's something like that.
That's why like Hov is still so ill. Cause like, while he like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he still got that mystique.
Hey, Hov keep getting caught up in some precarious situations.
Yeah, he's just not a good walker and shit. And like, he's
not a good walker.
What happened to Hov put on, the only thing that happened to Hov is that his non-athleticism, like his complete unathletic body and shit and any type of thing. That's what got exposed. Like, oh, Hov, you never, I'm glad you never rapped about sports because we would not believe you because you could not do shit.
Hey, but he was the MJ. He always say of rapping though. You right. He never really rap about being athletic, but it's so funny because always be looking mad cool. Yeah. And Hov, they catch Hov in these fucking fucked up positions.
Niggas take this 70, last little like joint. She be goddamn in grace and beauty and fucking like standing all statuesque and shit. And this nigga come looking like damn the retarded nigga on 300 and shit.
Hey, listen, Hov look like Eek. Is the water cold? Like, that's what that nigga look like in his last joint, bro. I was cracking up.
Like, he's trying to sneak in somebody's house or some
I was like, yo, they got our man again, yo. They got our man again in a crazy position, yo.
Like, I don't know if Hov lost 82 bricks, cause the way he be goddamn, like, the way his body mannerism shit, I can believe. Matter of fact, I can't believe he lost 82 bricks, cause some nigga probably ran in that motherfucker and ran right out. And yo, that's couldn't.
He couldn't run. He had on corrective shoes.
Yeah, fuck out of here, Crazy.
Oh man, All right, back to Nicki. Back to Run Lee. Hey, the internet was calling her Run Lee, my nigga. That was funny as shit. Run Lee. I was like, yo, that sound like a game, like Run Lee versus the Bloody Shoes.
Yeah,
like,
that's funny. That nigga Joe Budden said, bitch, you can't be called Chun Li. You ain't kick nobody. That shit was funny as fuck. She's like, bitch, you got a whole song called Chun Li. You ain't kick a bitch.
Right. Listen, it's so the whole thing kind of, I guess the tipping point for Cardi was when Nicki talked about her kid. And I feel like Nicki said she didn't talk about the kid, but she might not have verbally said XYZ, but there are, they catch everything on the internet. She did like a tweet that somebody wrote about Cardi's parenting. So she kind of like, I would never say anything about anybody's kid, but then she pulled up these receipts on Queen Radio where Cardi has talked about somebody's kid. Like, are kids off limits or is all fair and level?
Nah, kids off limits, man. Like, I don't motherfucker talk about my kid or do something to me or try to attempt to do some shit to me while in front of my kids or some shit. I'm gonna kill. Like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, that shit is off limits, man. Like, I don't fuck with no, like, that shit ain't right. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, cause them shit, the babies and kids are innocent, you know what I mean? Like, unless them niggas like 17 or some shit and they just doing mad wild shit, but like babies and shit.
Yeah.
Like, but like, what's wrong with her parenting? Like, has anybody seen her child?
Right, that's the thing, like, I mean, like, ain't nobody seen her do nothing with her parenting. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, first of all, Nicki been making a lot of enemies. She came at Stormy. Like, she came,
Nicki
came at, Travis Scott and his baby mama and Stormy.
It's my superpower.
Stormy Kardashian, Scott, superpower. Or whatever her name is. Oh, trash ass superpowers. But, I feel like this. She pulled the receipts of Cardi talking about somebody's child or whatever. But I feel like it's like this. Like, again, Cardi is a hood bitch. So she might felt okay about that until she had her own child and she realized that. But either way, whether I talk about your child, you talk about my child, whatever the case may be, you don't know what's going to make me mad.
Right.
So just because I said some shit about your mama, and you shrugged it off, you might say some shit about my mama and I'm gonna knock your fucking head off. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that don't really matter. Like, you pulling receipts about Cardi and then she, like, okay, so here's my other thing about Nicki Minaj that pisses me off, and it's been pissing me off about Nicki Minaj for a very long time. Nicki Minaj always want to play the race card and the woman card when it's convenient for her. But when shit is going down in these streets related to blacks and women and all that, where Nicki Minaj be?
Word.
You know what I mean? Where do Nicki Minaj be? I don't see her out for any of these causes. Now, again, I don't know what she do behind closed doors, but you doing all this talking, so you need to be speaking up for this other shit too. You know what I'm saying? Don't be trying to call people racist. Don't be calling shit racist because Taylor Swift can wear a damn swimsuit and you can't wear, they bleeping out your ass when you wear a swimsuit. Like, I get it. It is a racism there, but you only want to call that shit out when it's beneficial to you. And I don't like that. Like, I don't like that about Nicki Minaj, and she need to get that shit together because that's another tick on the corny meter for her, man. Do you think, so as far as what we're seeing right now, it looks like this is, having positive impacts pretty much for both of them. Do you think there will be any negative impacts long term or in the near future?
I hope not for Cardi. I mean, just for her, you know what I mean? She's still in the, like, trying to get rich there. I'm sure she's rich, but, like, never have too much money, you know what I mean? So I don't want it to slow down her bags or none of that shit. Like, so I hope not.
I think that, so here's the difference, I think, between Nicki and Cardi. I think Cardi has built her brand on being real. Like, the shit that Cardi did was not surprising to us. These, Amazons and Tom Fords and Fashion Novas and Yahoos and all these people that's signing up for the Cardi brand, this is a part of the Cardi brand. This is not a part of the Nicki Minaj brand. So you going out here starting trouble, getting in fights and shit, that could damage your brand because not only do you look like a mean girl, and all of these, like, since the fight happened, all of these celebrities, mainly females, are coming out talking about the shit that Nicki has done to them. Mm-hmm. And how she done got them kicked out of places and blackballed and all that. Like, you just intimidated by women. You know what I'm saying? Like, really, you don't never see Nicki with women. You see her with Tekashi 6ix9ine and Uzi and Quavo and all these little young niggas. Like, you don't never really see Nicki hanging out with no women. And the friendships that she had when she first started, they ain't friends no more. Remember when she first came out, her and Amber Rose used to be tight.
Was it?
That never happened.
I don't remember that.
Nicki and Amber Rose used to be tight as hell. Amber Rose was in that Nicki first video that song that didn't do too well with Sean Garrett, Massive Attack.
Oh yeah.
Shit, they was rolling real deep. And then after her and Amber did whatever, then it was her and Rihanna. Then they split it ways. Like, they was tight. They was rolling everywhere together. You know what I'm saying? Then that shit dissolved. And, you know, it was allegedly some fight and her and Rihanna had a house together and all that shit.
Well,
I just thought they was fucking.
I ain't know none of that shit.
Yeah. So I've been a Nicki fan. You know what I mean? Like, I've been a Nicki fan even before, you know what I'm saying? She got big. So I used to follow Nicki. Like, I used to, you know, I was a legit fan of Nicki Minaj. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like this beefing and this petty and this mean girl shit is not a part of the Nicki Minaj brand. And what y'all ultimately gonna do is make it so that people can't have y'all in the same spot. They gonna have to have more security. They gonna have to do all this extra logistics to make sure y'all don't run across each other's path. I feel like y'all getting what y'all need at the moment. Nicki, you finding a way to stretch out this 15 minutes of fame from this album directly related to this rollout. And you're doing that. And you dropped Barbie Dreams the other day. You doing everything while all of this buzz is going on, right? For this fight. You dropping all this shit. I just feel like Nicki going to eventually shoot herself in the foot because just a quick scan of popular opinions, a lot of people team Cardi when it comes to what happened. Like, the Barbs is out here being the Barbs, but you know what I'm saying? Everybody like, nah, Nicki a bitch. Nicki been a bitch. And she keeps acting like a bitch. But you know, that's that was that. I'm hoping that, they can meet up somewhere and just shoot the fade real quick. Yeah. But I know that's not going to happen. Right. Nicki about to double up on that security. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, man. But anyway, this Nicki and Cardi, fight fiasco. You think that's lit or shit?
That's a good question. I guess it's lit. I'm down for a good fisticuffs.
Yeah. I think it's lit. Before I go out of it, let me ask you this quick question. Do you think that they should just do diss records? It's hip hop, so I'm always
down for some good rap.
Do you think Cardi's diss record would have the same impact? Because
Cardi should drop
we
one
know
now.
She don't.
She should go first.
She don't write.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
Okay.
If it's hard, it's hard. Like, if it's hard and you, like, I don't give a shit how she rap, like, if she write or not. She actually can rap. Like, the way she rap, like, the way she say her lyrics is dope to me. Like, she got, like, a mean pocket and mean cadence, like, about her rap. So, shit, let's write it together or help me. Fuck, I don't know. She should drop one. That shit would be hard, though. Like, I guarantee you. Like, if she dropped the Nicki diss, that shit would be crazy.
Nah, I think it would be lit.
She should strike first,
like, I think it would be lit. I just think, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
as a nuts. Like, the fucking world would lose their mind. She should just say fuck it and, like, bomb on her ass real quick. Let me text Cardi right quick and tell her.
Please text Cardi.
Tell her to bomb on
Cardi,
her.
You gonna drop a diss for Run Lee or no?
That'd be hard, yo.
Hey, I think they should, you know, being like, see, I don't necessarily think of Cardi as a rapper. I always think of her as an entertainer, only because I know she says for a fact she don't write. So she spit and you write her cadence and all of that. It is super dope. So I was wondering from a hip hop person, I mean, like,
shit, Foxy Head came at Kim. Like, that Bang Bang, the Bang Bang remix, when she came at Kim, that shit was one of the hardest female disses ever. I don't know who the fuck wrote that, but it was hard as fuck. You know, I ain't give a fuck who wrote it. I'm not completely sold on Foxy not writing her shit. But Cardi has flat out said that she don't write her shit. So that's how we know that for a fact. Like, it's not a speculation. She said she don't write her shit. So, you know what I'm saying? But whatever. But that's lit to me. Is lit only because I just feel like Nicki need to get touched one time. I feel like she need to be humbled in some type of way. You know what I'm saying? I still fuck with Nicki lyrically. You know what I'm saying? She's still in my top 5 rappers, period. Cause she can fucking spit, but her diva like mean girl shit, that shit corny. You need to stop that shit. It's enough, bags out here for everybody to get. Right.
So, I got some other things I want to go through, but we gonna go through it like in more so of a lightning round type thing, cause I want to touch on them just real quick. So your man Post Malone, man, like I feel like Post Malone has a death wish. Like, or something, like he on some Final Destination shit. Like 2 weeks ago, this nigga was almost in a plane crash. Last week, he was in a bad car accident. And then this week, somebody broke into his old crib thinking that he still lived there and pistol whipped the current resident asking where Post was. What the fuck is going on with Post Malone?
Hey man, I hope.
Bad luck.
I'm not a
what?
Fan of Post Malone, so yeah, like.
I'm just saying as a person, like it don't matter if you're a fan.
It's because it's fucking. So I'm not saying I'm not agreeing to the shit, but like I don't give a damn. You know what I mean? Like, cause he fucking the shit rubbed me the wrong way when he had the whole shit about rap. Like he's taken rap and made rap hit. Like he's the #1 fucking hip hop artist, but he don't even fucking like hip hop. Like what the fuck? Like you a white dude in our motherfucking culture. Like just doing everything white. That shit.
pistol whip looking for Post Malone. That was
that shit was me. I put it down. Nah, that's not true. But shout out to if they did. I hope he left something. I wish they would have called his ass. Cause I don't like him, man. Like that shit was some fuck shit. So whatever. I don't wish death on him, but goddamn, he can somebody can steal his ass, pistol whip him for a little bit, get some money out of him.
I think shit is crazy just for white rappers, period. Right now, it's a lot of turmoil in hip hop mayonnaise land. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just with the kamikaze shit and the Jeezy and the MGK and then the Post Malone, like goddamn, like I don't know, like I feel like if I was Post Malone, I would just fucking stay in the house. Like I wouldn't go nowhere for a minute because, you know, like on Final Destination, when it's your time, the shit gonna get you regardless.
That movie
you know
fucked me up. I still don't like riding behind log trucks and shit.
Facts.
I do not like riding behind no fucking log truck. And I try, like, when I'm on an airplane, I really don't think about it too much. Maybe once or twice it might cross my mind. But log trucks, every time. Like, oh, nah.
Yeah, I'm not behind no truck that got big shit on the back.
Yeah, nah, I'm like, trying to speed
none of that
up.
shit.
Nah.
Like, they be having like that big piping and shit. Like, them big concrete shits that look like they some type of tunnel. I don't know, but I don't be behind none of that. And you're right. It's because of Final Destination.
Yeah, that shit fucked me up. I'll never forget that shit. That shit was trash.
So
good movie though.
Definitely good movie. It was good up until like the second or third one. It's about 7.
The second one was good.
They got real
the second one was good. Just like how Saw was. Like the first 2 Saws were good and then them shits got weird.
Yeah, they are. And I have all the Saw movies. Speaking of, Jordan Peele is remaking Candyman. What you think about that?
I'm gonna tell you one thing that like, I know we talked about horror movies. I actually do. I used to watch all the horror movies and shit, but Candyman, I'm allergic to bees and I don't, not as much now. I've grown that shit, but when I was a fucking kid, I was super allergic to bees type shit, right? Like almost died one time, like allergic to bees. You know what I'm saying? I got, like how, remember what was that movie, My Girl with Macaulay Culkin and shit? He died from them. Yeah.
Movies we actually know, not them Sinbad shit.
Come on, stop hating. Sinbad a real nigga. You better stop hating. Sinbad who told come through and goddamn be light skinned on you.
Man.
But yeah, nah. So like, long story short, Candyman used to fucking, cause he used to have the bees and shit when you did the Candyman shit.
Yeah.
Boy, them goddamn bees came about. You could have thought them shits was 3D. I was like, oh nah, cut that bitch off. Like, oh no, that shit was like, cause even just looking at bees like congregate in their hives and shit, it just looks fucking like, it looks weird as fuck to me. Like, I don't know, like it just makes my eyes like hurt when I look at it. So when that nigga face was light, I was like, oh nah, I don't fuck with that. I won't say Candyman 3 times in the bathroom right now. Motherfucker have $1 million on it outside the door as soon as I come out. Nope, I'm good.
Cause you don't have no tattoos.
Soon as I open, if I say Candyman on the third shit, my hand on the door and I'm opening the fuck out of that shit.
Hey, so you definitely not saying the Bloody Mary 3 times, huh?
I don't know. I'm playing none of that demons and shit. I'm cool. I believe it. I believe that shit works.
Hey, speaking of bees though, for some reason, bees is becoming like a thing for, like corporations and shit to be a part of. Like my company, did this whole ceremony because they got like this bee, colony or something outside and they be making honey and shit. And then I saw on another website where another company was promoting like some shit dealing with bees. I'm like, is that the new corporate thing? Like, you know, corporations always want to get on whatever the sustainability, some shit, you know what I'm saying? So bees is like the new thing. That's weird. But as far as Jordan Peele remaking, Candyman, my whole thing is I don't really like if he want to do like another installment of Candyman, I'm okay, do that. But like the original, I don't like when people take shit that's good and then remake it. You know what I mean? Like, I felt like Candyman was a
Halloween
good movie.
Was like, Rob Zombie, he fucked Halloween up. That shit was so demonic and shit.
Rob Zombie is a sadistic nigga, man.
That nigga is satanic. That nigga is
Who your favorite horror villain?
Mike Myers. Mike Myers was cold. I did like the new Jason was cold too though. Ooh, it's the tie between Jason and fucking Mike Myers. Like Jason could.
Ain't nobody colder than Freddy, bruh.
Freddy was a bitch ass nigga.
Freddy could get you in your dreams. He could get you a fucking real life. The nigga had jokes and the nigga was scary. That nigga was like the Beyonce of horror villains, bro. Like,
goddamn, what was my boy name? What's my real boy name? I forgot. Neiman, some shit, Nimoy, Leonard Nimoy. No, that's fucking Spock. I forgot that nigga name. He had a weird ass name, but I hated that nigga, man. I hated Freddie. Like, cause I used to watch that shit when I was like 8 and shit, and I ain't want to go to sleep. Fuck Freddie.
Hell,
bitch ass.
So all of this goes back to him being scared all the time. You was a scary ass nigga.
Bitch ass nigga. Hey, I'm a bitch ass nigga when it comes to Freddie.
I'm a bitch ass nigga. Hey, I went to go see the Nun this weekend.
You with what?
I was mad as shit. The Nun.
Oh,
you see?
I went to see Black. What's the name of that shit? Black Klansman. That shit was pretty good.
How was that? I heard that shit was trash.
It was. I just wanted to. It was like funny part. It was good parts. Like some of the acting was horrible, but I don't know.
I can't deal with Spike Lee. Like I told you, I think we discussed this before. Like one of my favorite movies is School Days, and that's a Spike Lee movie. But like outside of the 90s, I can't really.
I thought School
Days was a Spike Lee joint.
I thought that was Robert Townsend.
Nah, you thinking about Media Man?
Nah, he had another one. I thought.
Nah, that's School Days is definitely Spike Lee. Gotcha. I didn't watch that a gazillion times. Like I thought I wanted to be and
Malcolm X, one of my favorite
Gina.
movies.
You remember Gina was in that movie?
Yeah.
Tisha Campbell was in that shit. Right, that was before she popped off on Martin and shit. But during the house party phase and all that, she was in that shit. But I went to go see The Nun. I thought it was going to be dope because it's part of like the Conjuring franchise. So I saw The Conjuring. I seen The Conjuring 2. I've seen Annabelle. All of them was pretty decent. Man, I don't know who did The Nun, but it couldn't have been the same people, bro. Like that. I would say, if anybody was thinking about going to see that, wait, shit come to, fucking cable and shit super quick. So you can see it in 3 weeks. Yeah. But it opened up number 1 at the box office. It made like $52 million.
Holy shit, man. I'm sorry. Speaking of movies, in gentrification, right? So in Raleigh, there was always a $1.50 movie. And now the $1.50 movie is $7 fucking dollars. It's regular price.
And the sad part about it is that's still a discount. In Atlanta, I can't go nowhere for under like $13.
Bruh, the $1.50 movie is not a $1.50 movie anymore. This shit is gentrification at its finest. Like, when the fuck, like this shit, the $1.50 movie has been in my life all my life. Like, as long as I can remember, I used to go to the $1.50 movie. It
definitely has got me through when I lived
shit,
there.
Yeah. Like, that shit, man, the $1.50 movie, like, it raised to $2.
I went on mad dates at the $1.50.
Nigga, the $2, when it raised to $2, my senses went up, right? My spider senses were going crazy. Like, holy shit, what are they on to? But that shit, it rolled out for about 4 or 5 years. That shit been like $2 for it. And then I'm looking to go to Black Klansman and shit. And I'm thinking like, hey, well, that shit been out for a little while. It might be at $1.50. Go to the $1.50 movie. Them motherfuckers talking about admission, $7 goddamn dollars. I said, ain't this a bitch? So.
Hey, is it the same one up on Blu-ray?
Yeah, that shit is man, over there, man. That shit is bad. Yeah, man. Niggas done fucked my whole childhood up. Maybe when I gotta move.
Hey, white people, y'all fucking up the
y'all done put them damn $300,000 houses over there and now y'all want to raise the price of the movie. Y'all niggas can still go to the movies for $2. Fuck. Shit.
Oh man, that's funny as shit.
Sticky ass floors in there. I ain't finna pay $7 for them sticky ass fucking floors.
Yeah, like they need to remodel the shit if the shit gonna be $7.
Yeah, fuck out of here.
Listen, right within probably 5 minutes of me, there are 3 movie theaters, right? One is like $13. One is $15. And it's like the stadium seat and like all that shit. And we ain't even talking about no IMAX or nothing like that. We talking about regular fucking shit. And then the other one is $12. But the other $12 joint is raggedy as fuck.
All right, I'm gonna tell you what to do. So buy them shits off Fandango and say you're a senior. I do it all the time.
Oh, they never look at
them
that.
Them niggas don't look at shit. I got so real this weekend. I was about to do Child, but it was rated R movie. I was with me and my wife. I was like, shit, I'm about to hit 2 children on this motherfucker, but it was rated R, so I didn't know if the shit was gonna go through. But I certainly hit senior. That shit was a $2 difference. Hell no, I'll use that shit on my phone.
But you got the $1.50 fee on Fandango.
Yeah, but shit, I don't. Yeah,
it still average out to a savings though.
Hell yeah, had to.
Right.
Do that shit on Fandango. That shit, fuck that shit. Man, I was so embarrassed. I farted in the movie so loud. I was like, so I went.
Only B would admit that.
Yo, shit was funny as fuck though, cause this shit was like,
Did you start shifting shit on your desk? You remember?
No,
I
was at the movies. There wasn't no shifting. So like, they got the new movie theater with like the reclining seats and shit, and them shits is like automatic. So I was like super high. I went to the edible shop. I went to the CBD shit. So I was like, I took mad edibles and shit. So I was super relaxed, and clearly no homo my ass was too. Cause like, I thought I was trying to like slide one out, like a silent one and shit. And it was like, it was like right after a funny part. So like, it was like super silent.
You used your stomach muscles and pushed it.
Nigga, I was trying to slide one out. That shit was like, burp. And the whole goddamn.
Foul on the plate.
Yo, that shit was funny as hell. Like, my wife was like, nigga.
Nigga.
Motherfuckers started laughing like shit. That shit was so embarrassing, but I just couldn't stop laughing because that shit, I had the giggles. I was too fucking high. That shit was funny as shit, man. So if you was in that movie, my apologies. I farted. I was relaxed. Dog, it was a good movie.
It's funny because I was pretty lit too when I went to the movies. Yeah. I ain't fart, but I went to go sit down and shit and like missed the chair just a little bit and dropped the motherfucking a whole thing of like popcorn in the person lap I was with and shit. I was like, yo, my bad. Awesome. Like, listen, the movie theater that I went to, they have fucking Cheeto popcorn, dog. Ooh. If you was high, that is the best thing you can have. It's like popcorn with Cheetos in it.
Oh, nah. Yeah, that shit, nigga, I'm going to get a refill.
Hey, that shit is bomb as fuck. That's a cheat code.
That shit probably $17.
Actually, it's not. It was, it only come in like the small size, which is still a good size bag of that shit. You know what I mean? But it was like $7.
Yeah.
Like $7.50. Hey, but that shit was bomb as fuck. But I had that shit. And I was like, damn. Yo, my bad, bro. My bad. I'm sorry. But, all right, moving along. Drake shot his shot at fucking Heidi Klum.
Drake.
What the fuck?
He got some weird sex taste.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, do Drake have a type, or he just like whatever I like, I'm shooting at it?
Yeah, like fuck it, motherfucker. Hot. She might have rolled on his timeline. He might have had a crush on. He got a white mama and shit, so he probably got like an affinity for older white women because his mama like is a funny old looking white lady.
And his baby mama looked like an older white.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So he got an affinity for like odd looking bitches and shit.
But then you like all these thick ass black girls.
Yeah, he died.
Oh no, like he weird. But this is what I think. This is my conclusion with Drake. This is my conclusion with Drake. Like, so you know Drake pretty much got the Mount Rushmore of anybody he's ever admired tatted on his body. I think that's what he do with women as well. Like, I think if he like you or admire you in some way, it might not even be like a sexual attraction. Like, he want to see one, is he gonna score? Because I really don't think Drake is having sex with a lot of these women he going out with, like the famous ones.
Bitches
like
giving
he
that
definitely
pussy
having sex with all of them. But like he asked Tiffany Haddish out, but then didn't come pick her out. Why did you ask Tiffany Haddish out? How do you like Nicki Minaj, Rihanna, Tiffany Haddish, and Heidi Klum, and Malaya, and
Serena Williams?
No, none of this. Serena. He did fuck with Serena. Like,
nigga was beefing over Serena.
He was. Like, I could see a Common liking a Serena, but a Drake liking a Serena, cause she could probably snap that nigga in half. Oh no. Drake wild though. Heidi Klum like in her late 40s, 50s. How old is Heidi Klum?
I have no idea. Old.
I just can't see.
She old and white.
Oh no. Damn, Drake. Paul McCartney.
You gotta say something about Meek and Drake getting back together. I thought that's what we was gonna talk about.
I got that shit later. Later. I got it. Don't worry about it. I got you. Paul McCartney and John Lennon.
Oh, the circle jerk.
Did a fucking circle jerk. Like, it was just harmless fun. That's some white people shit to me. I don't have a penis. Do black guys do that?
Hell no. None that I know of. I've never been to a circle jerk. It's funny you say that because it's a shit on Viceland. It's Balls Deep is the name of the show, and it is this weird, like, quirky ass nerd white dude, and he does all these like weirdo things. Like, one, he went to a Muslim place and he was like living with some Muslims for Ramadan and shit. So that was cool. And then he went to like this one spot. It was a gay men's pride thing or some shit. So they had like these dudes that were called bears, right? So bears, I don't know, shit was super interesting. Like all the shit.
Bears are like the big hairy,
big hairy
white niggas.
So like,
and then they got like the twinks. That's like the
see, I ain't know the
young, shaved white.
Yeah. So long story short, like the shit ended after going through all these damn sex things and different random ass weird parties and shit. These niggas it was a beach and they were underneath like this beach house under the pier and shit. And these niggas was like they were doing a circle jerk. Like
what?
They was circle jerking.
That's gross.
And he was like, "Oh my God, it smells like coming ass and hair down here." Like they was.
How's your dick even getting hard and you just sitting around a bunch of hairy fucking niggas? If you not gay, like how you even getting hard?
You're gay. Like I'm not like I don't want to see any of my friends beating off.
Was the dude gay? The dude you talking about, was he gay?
Nah, he was just standing there. He won't even get, I don't know if he was getting circled. I don't know if he was getting beat off or not. I don't know. I can't remember. I need to watch that shit again. That shit was funny.
Oh, so he wasn't circle jerking. He just attended.
Yeah, he was just witnessing like the shit type shit.
Oh, okay.
You should watch it. If you got Viceland, watch Balls Deep. That shit is a good show.
Hey, Viceland is for people who smoke weed. Yeah. That's what it's for.
It's
like, that's who watches that.
I love Viceland. Viceland got some dope shows on it. We're gonna get this podcast on Viceland. We're gonna like Jesus and Mary.
Hey, let's do it. We way better than Jesus and Mary.
Yeah. I'm just trying to get the deal.
Come on, man.
Come get us. If they fill their spot.
So y'all know that the whole thing that went down with Jeffrey Owens or whatever, the guy who played Elvin, and he was caught is like a crazy word, but he was pictured. Somebody took a picture of him working at Trader Joe's. The shit went viral, you know what I'm saying? And people were coming to his defense, saying that, you know, about other celebrities in regards to, you know, when they were out of work and, what they had to do and all of that. And, Tyler Perry offered him a role on the Half and Half Nots. He's been offered a role on like CSI and all of that. So, in my opinion, that was probably the best thing that happened to him. Don't question how the universe decides to do its work. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? But, I thought it was very interesting. I bring it up this week because he disclosed that, and I never made the connection, but he disclosed that it was because of what happened with Bill Cosby. Why he had to go work at Trader Joe's, because the royalty checks slowed down. You know, they had took Cosby off the air. Niggas wasn't running the reruns, so they wasn't getting those checks. Like, I feel like, you know, a nigga like Cosby, I feel like you kind of responsible.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when your actions then stopped several people from feeding their families, like, I feel like you need to pay up somehow. I don't know how.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
Yeah, you gotta, I don't know. That shit, I don't know how it would be. You're right, but that shit sucks.
And I'm thinking like maybe, so I had this idea.
Should play the Cosby Show, man. That shit should still be able to be played, man.
I think it's back. I think some channels have picked it back up. You know what I'm saying? But, it's just kind of crazy. But I was saying, like, I think that they should have, and stop me if they already have this, cause you know, you've been in the insurance lane, you know about this. I know they have like Affleck and shit like that for, you know, when you out of work and you hurt or some shit. But like, do they have like insurance for like when you just lose your job, like when you just out of work period and you've worked for a long period of time?
Not that I've known. I don't think so. I mean, not that I've seen. I've never seen a policy written for that shit, so I doubt it.
Yeah. I think that would be a dope idea.
You can go to the unemployment office. That's about it.
Yeah, but you ain't getting much on that. You ain't getting it for very long.
Shit, no.
But I think that'd be dope. Like, maybe it's after a certain threshold of money, like you can pay for an insurance policy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then if you out of work, then you can cash in on that insurance.
Yeah, I mean,
policy.
well, in terms of like for sports and shit, like there are policies that you could take out, like, you know, for your show, like for your body. Like if you say, for example,
but that's if you get hurt, right?
Yeah,
I'm just
but I mean,
like,
that's still out of work though, right? So it's still kind of essentially out of work. Like, so if you're in the NFL and you got like, or if you in the NCAA and you're about to go to the league and you hurt yourself and you don't get a chance to go to the league, you can cash in on that $1 million policy that you took out. You know what I'm saying? So essentially, it's kind of like that. It's still like a loss of earnings, but yeah, that would be a good. I'm sure people would goddamn buy it,
especially like people who are in jobs that may not be consistent at times, like actors and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Or if you just got a job where you make motherfucking $250,000 a year, something like that, and you just want to make sure that if something happened, you're able to, you know, keep living your life, or at least a portion of your life. Sure. I don't know. I think that'd be a good idea, but I think that's crazy. I feel like Bill Cosby fucked it up for a lot of people. But like, you know, like with the Roseanne shit, they was able to repackage the shit. Like Bill Cosby, that's done. Yeah. They can't repackage the shit. But like I said, you know, people was, you know, coming at the person that took the picture and all that. And yeah, it was probably a little low class, but I think if any of us saw I take pictures of my coworker now because I think it's funny. So I know if I would have saw motherfucking, Keisha Knight Pulliam working at Publix, I would have took a picture of the shit. I ain't gonna even lie. Like, Like, I ain't saying it's the classiest thing to do, but that's what it is. But like I said, I think that this was probably the best thing to happen to him because now he back working.
Yeah.
And the universe will do its job.
And the motherfuckers who take that picture like, ain't doing shit. They probably damn.
Right.
They ain't just doing shit.
Right, exactly. So, God put that person in that Trader Joe's to take that picture. And that's what happened. Now he ain't gotta, you know, work at Trader Joe's. I don't know how much Trader Joe's paying, but I know it ain't that much. It's still a grocery store.
Yeah, nah,
you know what I'm saying?
Much.
But yeah, that's for little shit. Like I want to get a bunch in a little bit of time. So that was lit or shit. You want to get into some listener letters?
Oh yeah, who naked? They ain't naked. I don't want to talk about it. I'm tired of giving good advice.
It's semi-naked, and I picked this one because it has some semi-nudity. I'm getting low on letters. Y'all need to send me some in. We getting into Ain't Shit in 2 Cents. Ain't Shit in 2 Cents is our listener letter segment where we give advice to listeners of the show who clearly don't care about getting advice from people who drink a lot or who is scared of bees and air and wind. And
they're deadly. Okay. You're not going to shame me for being afraid of fucking dreams, nightmares, and bees. You're not going to make me feel bad about it. Okay.
I got you. So we have a letter today from Shannon, and I won't give her last name. So it says, Fresh and Be Hill. I love your show. That was 3 loves. We love you too, Shannon.
Appreciate you, Shannon.
It says a coworker put me on about 2 months ago, and I've been a loyal listener ever since.
Shout out to the coworker. Is y'all boning?
Hey, shout out to the coworker.
There's a lot of love that happens at work. Okay. That could have been one of those 3 loves. You ain't a real nigga if you ain't hit somebody at work.
Hey, that's true. But I ain't fuck with nobody
not now.
In a very long time.
Yeah, leave it alone now. But at one point in your life, you had to be a real nigga to fuck somebody at work. Shit gets so awkward though. God, somebody. So awkward.
And I had a full-fledged relationship out of work.
Nigga, anyway, I got married out of work. Like I had a whole bunch of fucking shit going on at work. Yeah, I'd have found my wife at work.
Shit. Yeah. Oh man.
So you two could be like us.
Yes, you two could. Hey, B Hill story turned out good though. So
it was rough though. It was rough before it got there, but hey, shout out to it. Black love.
Black coworker love.
Yeah, black cubicle love.
It says, I'm hoping you two could give me some advice on the pickle that I'm in.
Some nigga put a pickle on you.
Right. My best friend, sweet pickle, that dill pickle.
That motherfucking that kosher.
My best friend has been secretly dating a guy for a few weeks. Every time I ask her to tell me about the guy, she just says it's temporary pain and not worth talking about.
Temporary pain.
Since my friend has told me about most of the niggas that she deal with, I figured that this nigga was either ugly, broke, or something embarrassing that she wouldn't tell me about it. So I let it go because everyone has a black cloud on their resume.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
Yeah, I got a whole hurricane on my shit.
don't feel like I got none as far as looks, but I definitely got some motherfuckers that need this. What's the shit called where you talk to the therapist online that we need that endorsement deal for?
Oh yeah, fucking my is it? I know what you're talking about. What the fuck is the name of that shit?
I keep saying Square Trade, but it ain't Square Trade.
My therapy help. My help.
Talk space.
Yeah.
I definitely got some talk spaces on mine. I ain't gonna even lie. Like if I see you in the street, I'm moving to the other side. Anyway, it said, everybody has a black cloud on their resume. Well, I was over her house recently and I was on her iPad while I was waiting for her to get dressed. Her iMessage is set up on her iPad, so I decided to be nosy and look at her messages.
Steve Jobs, you a piece of shit for that too, by the way.
Facts. As soon as I looked, I instantly regretted it. And it has in parentheses, note to self, stop being nosy.
Yeah.
Right, because you might find what you're looking for.
Nose gonna fall off.
Exactly. This temporary peen, and she put temporary peen in in quotes. I said air quotes. This temporary peen is actually a mutual friend's husband.
Woo. See, that's what you get.
They have been sending all types of texts, nudes, and setting up times to get together. I think this is so fucked up, and I never thought my friend would sleep with a married man, and for sure not a friend's husband. I have had this secret for about 2 weeks and I don't know what to do. I do not condone this type of behavior but I don't want to be a bad friend to my best friend or to our mutual friend.
Yeah, that's why your ass shouldn't have goddamn.
I don't know what to do. Help.
I don't know what to tell you to do either. You shouldn't. What you should have did was leave that fucking them people shit alone. God damn. Now you in a world of trouble. Shit.
Exactly.
Like you in a damn. You are.
You in a pickle.
No, hell no. You in the goddamn cucumber before you even got to the damn pickle. Shit, man. Why would you do that? No, man. Cause like this shit is like a damn
messy.
A damn oil spill. Fuck Muddy Waters. You in an oil spill, like, cause I don't know, man. Cause like
what do you do? What would you do, yo? If you was in this,
I mind my business, man. I just act like I ain't see the shit. Like motherfuckers, cause the thing about that shit, like even if you tell your best friend, right, what's going on, right? Like you tell her what's going on and she confront old girl, they start squabbling. And then, but the nigga like, cause the niggas it's so many wrong parties in this shit, man. I don't mind your business. I tell you to mind your business. Like just act like you ain't seen it. And if shit come out, like I've been kind of in this predicament before. Like one of my homeboys fucking wife got hit and shit by one of my other homeboys, but they not homeboys. But when I found out about it, I'm like, man, I wish you wouldn't even told me because I don't want to be a part of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't even bring me into that shit. You know what I'm saying? And this is kind of similar to that. Like, I don't want to be a part of, you know what I'm saying? None of this shit because, I mean, now you're in it, so we can't take that back.
You in it.
Just mind your business. And if shit come out, just let it come out on high because shit gonna come to the light one way or another. So, you know what I mean? I personally, I just be like, yo, I ain't see shit. I'm gonna keep it moving. Like that's just me. So
I think like if it were me, I would probably talk to my best friend and be like, look, I know what you doing and I know who you fucking with. Like, you know what I mean? Like
that too. I'm like, bro, that shit corny. You know what I'm saying? Like you need to
I'll be like,
you
shouldn't do that. Like you gotta stop. Or you gotta tell her, you know what I'm saying? But the other thing about it is if this other girl is a mutual friend of theirs too, like real friendship, like people who you think is your friends, like that look out for you and do all that, I would definitely feel away because I would feel like I'm being a bad friend to the other girl because I'm sitting here talking to you 9 times out of 10 bitches who been cheated on love they man to death. You know what I mean? So they always talking about how great he is and posting them on their Instagram and my husband this and my husband that or my boyfriend this and my boyfriend that. And it's like, yo nigga is a dog. And not only is he a dog, he fucking with our friend. That's crazy, dog. Like, it's crazy. Like I said, I think, Shannon, I'm gonna just say this. I would talk to my friend and be like, yo, like.
You gotta chill out.
You gotta stop and you gotta tell her about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, some way, somehow. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if it's an anonymous note or something like, your nigga cheating on you. You know what I mean? Like, I would,
But then if that nothing happen, then you feel like a damn asshole. You know what I'm saying? Like if nothing like comes of it in terms of like motherfuckers still letting shit ride or still being with him and shit.
Yeah,
that's
true.
The thing
too.
you gotta ask yourself too. Like if you tell, what do you want the outcome to be?
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like do you want her to leave her? Do you want her to like
and knowing your friend, like know your friend and know your friend's behavior. If your friend, your homegirl that's being cheated on, like if this nigga is a cheater, so I've been in that position, right? Yeah. I've had friends that have been with cheaters, but I didn't say nothing because I'm just like, nigga, you knew this motherfucker was a cheater when you got with them. Like, it's not my place. Like, you ain't getting no new late breaking information. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if your homegirl know this nigga is a cheater, I would be like, just fucking leave it alone. But I would still say something to my best friend though that's actually cheating with him. Like I don't feel like I can let that slide.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, you gotta
dog,
check.
like,
you gotta. I would be like, yo, that shit's some fucked up shit. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever they decide to do with it is on them. But I would say like, hey yo, you know what I mean? You're right. Like I guess I'd call him to the altar. Like bro, that shit ain't even. You know what I mean? You gotta chill. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't. Yeah. Dudes is different. We don't go and like. I personally like. I ain't finna be like. Give him a whole laundry list of shit, but I'd just be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? That's just some fucked up shit, corny shit. You need to get that shit together. You know what I'm saying?
And that's some karma shit, cause the main bitches who be cheating with married men is the main bitches who be wanting to get married.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, how you putting that karma on yourself? I don't know. Like, that shit crazy. So let's get one last final. What's your final advice to Shannon B?
My final advice is, kick it, talk to your peoples, you know what I'm saying? Tell them that's some fuck shit. And then, but otherwise stay out of grown people business. You know what I'm saying?
And stay out of people's phones.
Yeah, stay out of people's phones. If you ain't paying, this is a general public service announcement. If you don't pay that motherfucker bill and like, if it's not your phone, don't go in that motherfucker phone because you're going to dig for some shit and you're going to find whatever you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? Just like if you want the internet and you want to find hate groups, you're going to find hate groups. If you fucking want to find basketball clips, you'll be able to find that. So
right.
Stay the fuck out of there because you're going to find what you're looking for and then you're going to be pissed off at yourself. Don't be in nobody's phone if you don't pay that phone bill. You know what I'm saying? So
that's facts. Yeah. Shannon, I think you need to take that little bit of advice because you was wrong in that. And it looked like you said note to self, stop being nosy. So maybe you learning your lesson the hard way. But, I definitely think that, just being a good friend, like you should just let your homegirl know that you know and that she should do something. She should stop. You know what I'm saying? But that's really all you can do. And then evaluate that other friend to see what's up, how she is and, I don't know if you drop her something anonymous without snitching on your other friend, but that's a predicament to be in. I would love for you to
leave that part alone. Leave the other friend alone. Like just get your people together. Like,
but that friend is her friend too. It's just not her best friend.
I know, but that's like, I don't know, man. That's just a slippery slope. It could be a slippery slope. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I mean, I understand because the integrity part of it.
Sometimes it's just all about you. Like for me, like sometimes I just need to be comfortable knowing I can be settled with myself, knowing I did my part.
Yeah, I understand.
Now, how you deal with that shit, that's on you.
That's the integrity part.
But I did my part.
I mean, like, I think her part is to holler at her best friend, like, yo, that's just some fuck shit. You know what I mean? Like, either you need to tell her or you just need to stop fucking with him and just keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? But, and I guess I think that's, for me personally, that's kind of like my maximum. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't, unless motherfucker come to me and shit, the other person come to me and then be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Then, but even still, that shit is just fucked up. Don't do that. Stop going, don't do that shit no more. Shan.
Stop looking for shit. You might find
little baby Shan.
Let us know, man. Let us know. Like I say, I be wanting some follow-ups. Y'all don't be following up with us. Y'all don't love us. Y'all love us enough to write in, but then y'all don't tell us how our advice goes. So, write back in and let us know, how that shit went. If y'all want advice for us, write into the ain'tshitshow@gmail.com. And that's an X with an I will be. And we may read your letter on the show. And if it's something naked in it, we probably will definitely read it on the show. Cause I need to feed my man over here.
Man.
He needs.
This was alright. This was some Jerry Springer shit though. Like this shit was a little beyond my expertise, but hey.
Yeah, it did kind of have you floored just a little
I'm like,
bit.
damn, stay out of them people's phone.
All right, man. Let's get into Free smoke,
free smoke, free smoke.
Free smoke is where we talk about hot button personal issues. It could be anything from politics to petty. And today I want to talk about forgiveness and forgiving. And this is prompted by what B brought up earlier. So we see that Drake and Chris Brown are back following each other on Instagram after they fought basically over Rihanna. And then Meek and Drake made up this weekend.
Niggas throwing bottles and shit.
And Meek and
Tony
Drake
Parker got hit about that shit. I forgot about that. He sued the fuck. Tony Parker got a bag off that shit. Nigga got fucked up off that shit.
I didn't even know that part.
Yeah, Tony Parker was in that motherfucker. He had got hit with a bottle and shit. Like broke something. That nigga got some cheese off that shit. Not that he needed it, but yeah.
Right.
I remember
shit. Any additional cheese is always welcome, right? Money. I ain't never had too much money. But Drake brought Meek out. And they did Dreams and Nightmares, and they was just hugging and smiling and just so happy. So here's the common thread here is Drake and bitches.
Yeah.
They was fighting over the Nicki shit.
Yeah.
And Drake and Chris was fighting over the Rihanna shit. Now, if you're gonna fight over women, those are a good class of women to fight over.
Indeed.
But it just made me think about, you know what I'm saying, like forgiveness. And you know what I'm saying? Do you feel like forgiveness is important, or it just really don't matter?
I believe forgiveness is, I don't hold on to grudges very long just because I know life is short, right? Like, especially like in that situation, if nobody died, if nobody like took excessive amounts of money to me or harmed my family or anything like that, that shit is not really that serious. You know what I'm saying? Cause like, I may not fuck with you as tough, but I can forgive you. And unless it was one of those things that I just mentioned where you harmed me or my family or, you know what I mean? Somebody I love or took excessive amounts of money from me or some shit like that, did me egregiously wrong. Otherwise, nah. I mean, the shit ain't really that serious. Like, again, I ain't got to fuck with you, but like, it could all be love. It ain't got to be like on some on-site every time I see you. It's got to be that. You know what I'm saying? But I think I can't give you, like, I'm not allowing somebody else's to have that much of my energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can forgive you and like keep it hot. I don't got to fuck with you, like I said, but I don't feel like you're even worthy enough of my energy and my like shit to continue. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I kind of think of it as like, so like we spoke about something in this vein like before. Like for me, like I'm real big on respect.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm real big on when you show me who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I don't fuck with you, like you did something to me and I don't fuck with you, like it's not even a thing where I'm holding a grudge or it's just this thing boiling inside me. Like, it's just kind of like a mental delete. Like you just mentally deleted to me. Like I don't have any brain waves that go against for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just kind of like you no longer exist to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not even like holding a grudge. And like, I've been in real life situations where if I've written you off, like, because you're just a horrible person. You know what I mean? Most of the time it's just because where I've actually like, it's people I done stopped fucking with, period. But if I see you in public or whatever, and you speak to me, I say what up and I'm gonna keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? I ain't about to be buddy cheesing all in your face and shit like that. I say what's up and I'll keep it moving. So it ain't like no big thing, but it has been people that like, I've really stopped fucking with people because of shit that they've done to other people. Mm-hmm. And I just thought that was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like taking advantage of a person or going out here just knowingly spreading lies about somebody, trying to fuck up somebody's reputation, like, and shit like that. Like, I don't like that. Even if it's not done to me, like, I done been around a chick before and I don't fuck with her. Like, and we had mutual friends and I come into the spot and I promise 100% I treat you like you're invisible. And it don't weigh on me. It ain't nothing. Like, you just not there no more. Like, right. I don't know. Like, it ain't no shit where I'm just sitting around like, yo, I'm so mad. Like it's on some on-site shit or shit like that. No, you just really don't exist to me no more. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like, you know what I'm saying? If you have people where whether it's a family member or a friend or somebody that you care about, you know what I'm saying? Like, depending on what they did, I feel like you can definitely forgive people. I say never forget though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
100%, like never forgive, like never, I mean, forgive, but never forget. Because like I said, once a person show you who they are, believe it. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, people can, evolve.
Right.
And people can become different people, but that's more so of an action thing. You know what I'm saying? But people have been them longer than their change most of the time.
Right.
Especially at the ages that we are. And I think that you brought that up, like when we were talking about Cardi, you know what I'm saying? And, with the whole, Cardi has been this Bronx girl and this hood girl way longer than she's been this pop sensation. You know what I'm saying? So it takes time to get over that. I know that you've brought up on this show, like, your pops and shit like that. Like, did you ever have any resentment in that situation? Or you like, whenever your dad ready for, you just ready, like you open arms with it?
I mean, that's a interesting one. It's weird because I forgave him because I ain't really like need him. You know what I'm saying? Like I fared well. You know what I'm saying? It was just, honestly, what I hold the most, I guess, angst and anger and resentment towards him for is because I didn't really get a chance to like grow with my siblings. I got a bunch of siblings and shit. You know what I'm saying? Gotcha. So I had like whole siblings and whole brothers and whole sisters and shit like that I could have grown with and had a relationship that would have been, you know what I'm saying? Like from the very beginning versus like as an adult. So that part, like I have resentment in terms of him, not raising me and shit. I fared better. I think I did better without him. You know what I'm saying? But it's funny because when he died April 2nd, my birthday, April 5th. So I already had like a trip to plan to Mexico. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I said this on the podcast or not, but, I did not attend the funeral because I didn't think that he would attend my funeral. You know what I'm saying? If he had a trip scheduled, that's real. Shit, like I honestly didn't, and I was fucked up right before he passed. I was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that was a part of my grieving or something because he was sick with cancer and shit, and he had it for a very like 2 years, and then like towards the last few weeks and shit, like it was grave. You know what I mean? So like I was kind of dealing with it then because it's weird, like, cause it's still an unconditional amount of love, like at some point, because he's your father and shit and you're the reason that he's here. Right. But at the same time, like, I didn't have shit. I ain't had no memories to hold on to, you know what I'm saying? Maybe 5 or 6, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like, it was more so like an easy grieving process. Like I spoke to him like 3-4 days before he passed. That shit, you know what I'm saying? That shit was hard cause like, I could tell in his voice, like, he was fucked up and like me calling him was like kind of like, oh shit, I'm finna die type shit. You know what I mean? So, but I told him even in our last conversation, I was like, bro, it's all good. Don't even trip. You know what I'm saying? Like I told him that, you know what I'm saying? Like not saying I forgive you, but I forgive you. You know what I'm saying? Don't even worry about it. Like everything gonna be all right. He told me to take care of my family and shit. Shit was wild, mad emotional. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I had broke down on the side of the highway. Shit was crazy. But like after that, like when he actually died, I didn't even cry. You know what I'm saying? Like, like you know what I'm saying? Like most
of the time when you're crying, you're sad is because you're no longer going to be able to be in this person's not in your life anymore. You know what I'm saying? Y'all not going to be able to do whatever y'all used to do. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we didn't do shit though. That's the thing. You know
exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's probably why you didn't cry. Cause I mean, it's just like he wasn't there.
It was like a release. Like it was kind of like, I don't know, it was like a burden or something. I don't know. It was the weirdest feeling. Like, cause it was wild. Cause I had like ended up going, it was one of my homeboys' birthday and like it was a lingerie party and shit with all these big bitches and shit. It was a wild night. So like,
you went to the BBW lingerie ball?
Mad BB dubs, like mad BB dubs. Like shit was wild. And it was at a Chinese restaurant and shit. It was weird. But
what?
I know, it's crazy. Shit be happening. But it was wild. Like,
come from some big gal.
Yeah, that shit was wild. Shit was a wild night. Hey. But yeah, it was just crazy though. Like just the whole, but like I said, he died maybe a week later or some shit like that. I don't know. Like, cause yeah, it was the latter part of it. Cause my man's birthday like March 23rd or 24th and then he died April 1st. So it was like, so about 7 days later and shit. And, he died April 2nd, I think. Yeah. And then my birthday was the 5th. So I'm like, shit. And his funeral was like the 6th or 7th. And I was like, yo, I told my family, I was like, I already scheduled a trip. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go on that shit. And they're like, oh, okay. Like, what the fuck can you say to me? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't tell me shit because this nigga ain't do shit for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did way more for myself in terms of like trying to repair our relationship than he did.
You were making most of the effort.
So I'm like, fuck that shit. You ain't finna ruin my birthday. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel you. I got a homegirl, that told me about a situation, recently where her father died and he was not in her life. And she was like, no, I don't know him. Like, I'm not going to the funeral. I was like, I mean, that's real.
Yeah. But now I want to go to his gravesite though. You know what I'm saying? And just kind of
really?
say my piece. Not say my piece, but like just pay my respect.
I got you. Get some shit off your chest and just kind of lay it down.
Cause it's so weird. Cause like none of like my sisters and like nobody really understands. Nobody understands cause they still like my older sister. He was in her life, but cause they were in the same city. You know what I'm saying? But like, it's just a weird fucking situation. But even still,
that's crazy.
That was a wild. But to answer your question originally, I did forgive him and I told him I forgave him in so many words. And I do forgive him. I don't really, like I said, I don't really harbor any ill will towards him. You know what I'm saying? Like I guess a little bit more now though, because like I have kids and like I said before on this podcast, it's much easier just to like, you know, not be there every day. Like it's relatively easy speaking. So I think I harbor a little bit more ill will now as like my kids growing and I'm seeing them do things and shit like that. Like, but you know, rest in peace, buddy.
It's just very interesting, you know, that, you know, we talking about, fathers and shit like that. And, you know, my dad was a part of my life and, you know, he was killed. But what I wrestled with when he passed away was because like a month or so prior, and I was living in North Carolina and they were, you know, I'm from DC, so my family was in DC, but like prior to that, me and him kind of had got into it, you know what I'm saying, about some shit that, you know, that he was doing that I didn't really approve of, you know what I'm saying? Right. And so like when he passed away, you know what I'm saying, when he got killed or whatever, like I beat myself up for years because that's what we kind of ended on. Right. And man, my father been my nigga, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like my whole life, you know what I'm saying? I got a lot from my father, you know what I'm saying? I look in the mirror and I see my father, I see my mother, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? We had a good relationship, but, you know, just because it ended on that note, I really beat myself up about it. But then like over the years and after understanding myself and shit like that, you know, I was just like, yo, like, Sean, that was an incident. Your father knew, my dad knew I loved him. That was just something. And I feel like what helped me was because I'm just like, even if that was just the incident that happened, you know what I'm saying? That wasn't the magnitude of our relationship. And if my father had not passed away, I would still be mad at him about the same shit. You know what I'm saying? You know how some people be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't have did XYZ or I wouldn't have said XYZ. When I think back on it, I still would have been mad about that same thing. Right. It just so happened that he passed away in the midst of that. And I don't know, maybe, you know, that's just something that helped me cope with it or whatever, but I really did beat myself down about that. Like, yo, like.
Did you forget a dude who killed your dad?
No.
Right.
No. But again, like the dude that killed my father, like it's not something where I think about him.
Right.
It's like I said, I don't know. It's probably a coping mechanism for me. Like it's a mental delete.
Yeah.
If you don't bring joy into my life, then I don't need you there. And that's something from getting older and understanding that and not holding on to grudges and shit like that. Like,
did they
just
catch
because
him
I don't like you don't mean I got, he's still in jail. Like he did time. I had to speak at the trial.
Jesus.
Like all that shit. Like it, but the funny thing about it is I know, like I've blocked a lot of things out. Cause when me and my sister was having a conversation the other day, I was like, yo, like that did happen. Like your body and your brain protects you.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And it's shit that go on, like shit from my childhood and just all types of shit where I'll be like, yo, that did happen. Because I just try to, you know what I'm saying? Like I just try to focus on today and making myself as great as possible and, you know, not focusing on those things because I really hate when people let their past just fuck up their future so much. Cause they can't let that shit go. You know what I'm saying? Like you can shape your future. Ain't nothing you can do about the past.
Shit, no.
Ain't nothing you can do about that. You know what I'm saying? But I think, you know, just circling square, whatever, I think that, you know, I think that forgiveness is important for somebody, you know, that you love, you know what I'm saying? And you should forgive them. But I don't think that, you know, you should forget, what people do. And, you know, you can make a decision to forgive somebody once for something. But I feel like if you got to keep forgiving them for the same shit, that's just the lifestyle y'all choose to be a part of.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let's give out any, you got any, just tips on forgiveness or any last words in regards to, forgiveness that you want to give the listeners?
I mean, I think forgiveness is just personal. So like if like I said early on, like if motherfucker ain't die, motherfucker ain't harm you or your family, or, you know, take excessive amounts of money, like they ain't even worth your time. Like just delete them, subtract them out your life, keep it hot. You know what I'm saying? It can be, you know, cordial in terms of, you know, like I said, you see him, you speak, keep it moving, or you ain't even got to speak to him. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't got to speak to you. Like shit, what up? Or if they do speak, you can speak, or you may not. But I don't like, you know what I mean? It ain't like we got to beef and shit. Like I just don't fuck with you.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
You don't fuck with me. It's fine for you not to fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? If I've wronged you and you feel that I've done that way, feel free not to fuck with me. And that's fine. You know what I'm saying? As long as you don't put your hands on me, I don't put my hands on you. We cool. Like so. Yeah. But in terms of family and dealing with any type of, you know, emotional hurdles that come with that, I can't really, cause I know people that hold on to grudges. I'm not a person that like, I don't know. I've always been like that. Like it's plenty of motherfuckers I don't like and I don't fuck with, but at the same time, like I'm super, like, I guess understanding and shit. That's my wife say. She was like, I gotta, it's weird like how I got a big heart, I guess. Like, and I do a lot for motherfuckers and shit. And like, I don't stay mad too long just cause like I'm silly by nature and shit. And I just don't really give a fuck cause that's just my personality. So I can't really speak for you and how you deal with it, or not you specifically, but just how people deal with it. But for me, I don't really give a fuck about, I don't let it stress me out. You know what I'm saying? Cause I got too much other shit to continue to do. So.
Yeah.
But
I agree.
Yeah.
My tip is, you know, I think B Hill started off perfectly where he said that it's a personal thing. I feel like if it's something that is eating at you, like if it's something that's taking your energy,
what's eating
if it's something that's, if it's taking your energy, if it's, you know, taking your smile away, if it's taking away your happiness, then you need to go ahead and address it, and not hold on to it. But you can also, you know, people deal with things different ways. Like I said, just cause I don't fuck with you don't mean I'm thinking about you. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't let nobody take your happiness away. Don't let nobody do that. And there are different ways to forgive people. You don't have to have a conversation with somebody to forgive them. Right. You can just say in your heart, like, it is what it is. I'm over it. I forgive them. It ain't even they don't have to know.
Right.
And you can just move on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Forgiveness ain't about the other person. Forgiveness is for you. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. That is facts. And just, you know, just know yourself. And like I said, you know, if I don't fuck with you, that don't mean I have a grudge against you, because I feel like a grudge is energy. I don't use energy on people I don't give a fuck about. You know what I'm saying? Like, it might be some Cardi shit, like when I see you, it's on sight, but I ain't thinking about it up until that point. Right. You know what I mean? But, you know what I'm saying? But don't let nobody stress you out. Forgive who you need to forgive. And again, talk space or a therapist or whatever. You don't have to have a conversation with that person in order to forgive, but, you know, make sure you have your mental wellness and your happiness. And that's what we got to say about forgiveness today. And I want to thank y'all for listening to us, as we appreciate y'all so much. We try to tell y'all every week, you know what I'm saying? And to all the new people, thank you. I want you to subscribe to the show. Make sure you follow us on social Twitter, IG, YouTube, all that. Spotify. Follow us on Spotify. That's kind of like the subscribe for Spotify. On Facebook, and make sure you rate us, man, because rating helps other people find us. I like to end with a quote, and it's along the forgiveness lines, and it's, when you forgive, you in no way change the past, but you're doing a good job for your future. And until next week, I want y'all to be great. Peace and Wakanda forever.
God bless you all.
Hey.